Ahmed Ishaku, who pleaded guilty to the offense of wounding with intent upon his arraignment, was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment. Ibrahim Tennessee was also convicted and sentenced to 10 months, each on a 2-count charge of wounding with intent, both sentenced to run concurrently. Almanwi Mansari and David Cole were both convicted for the offense of conspiracy to commit larceny and killing cattle, were both sentenced to 2 years in prison each. Munda Bangali, who pleaded guilty to the offense of fraudulent conversion, was sentenced to 10 months. Following his conviction of the offense of housebreaking and larceny, Morrison Ama was also sentenced to 22 months in prison. Sali Kuruma, who agreed to have fraudulently converted to his own use money given to him for the purchase of over 60 bags of gari, was sentenced to 2 years in prison and ordered to pay the sum of 20,000 new leones as compensation to the complainant. Nabi Bendu, who was convicted for the offense of larceny in dwelling house, was sentenced to 10 months in prison. Alpha Gube was tried for the offense of housebreaking and larceny and was convicted and sentenced to 10 months in prison. Awuna Fakai was convicted for the offense of wounding with intent and was sentenced to 15 months in prison. Muhammad Sharif, Karim Sharif, both pleaded guilty to the offense of larceny, were both sentenced to 12 months each to prison. Manabo Kari, a resident of the district, pleaded guilty to the offense of sexual penetration and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Musa Kabo, who was equally convicted of the same offense, was sentenced to 15 years in prison, while Alicious Mahmoud Bawor received a sentence of 10 years in prison for the same offense. The High Court Criminal Session is provided for by the Criminal Procedure Act of 1965, Act number 32 of 1965. Sheikh Mohammed Sileh,